Today we're going to focus on creating peace for ourselves. So what happened to me yesterday? I went after lunch hour, I went to brush my teeth. And at the end, I used a mouthwash and I dropped the cap of my mini bottle, mouthwash bottle, in the sink. And as a result, I clogged the sink. I created a clog. And I did my best to take that cap out. However, unfortunately, I wasn't able to. So what happened is the water wasn't able to move normally, to go down normally. And I created a problem. I did my best, but I couldn't resolve the problem. And I went back to my classroom and I wondered, what should I do? And right at that moment, two options came to my mind. The first option was to hide and not to tell the truth, and to create more problems for others who are going to use that same washroom, that same sink. And that created actually a huge discomfort in my body. And I was aware of my feelings and my needs. And then a second option came to my mind, to tell the truth to the person who is taking care of the building, the janitor, and to tell him that I did all of this mess, and I sincerely apologize. I did my best to fix it, but I couldn't. And as a result, just this thought that ran through my mind for such a short period of time, yes, it was a bit of discomfort at the beginning to tell the truth, to be honest, but then I noticed there was so much peace and so much relief of tension. And I knew right away that this is the thing that I need to do. So it didn't take me that long. I sent an email to the person. I sincerely apologized. I told the person that it wasn't intentionally. I just dropped it. And I tried to fix, but I couldn't. And since the moment I sent the email, I was again in peace with myself. A few minutes later, I received an email in a very positive manner. Don't worry, I'll take care of that. It may happen to anyone. And he wished me a great March break. So I'm just sharing this story because with our actions, actually, we create that peace. We make the choice. Do I want to be in peace with myself? Do I want to be really in that balanced state? Or I want to, it's not willingly, but I'm creating the tension and I'm keeping the tension. So it is up to each one of us to decide. I'm creating my own life. Each person has the opportunity to create what is best for him or for her. Yes, it wasn't an easy path for me, to be honest, but I'm very happy that I did that because the result was just great and I felt such a relief. So today we will focus on peace, creating peace first for ourselves. Because once we are in peace, then we can share that with others. So today we're going to start in standing. Let's ground the feet. Feel the connection with the yoga mat, with the floor. Place your arms by the side. Close your eyes and tuck the chin in. The back of the neck is aligned with the spine. And just for a few moments, I will invite you to take an inhale and an exhale through the nose. And we're going to play with the breath today. So the main reason why I want to deepen the exhales is just to bring the attention to this present moment. So I will be counting, so we'll be inhaling for 4 and we'll be exhaling for 8. And in that case, I will bring my attention to what is happening at this present moment. How do I feel right now? Okay, so let's begin. Arms by the side, mountain pose. You can open the chest by bringing the shoulder blades back, tuck the chin in, close your eyes, and let's begin breathing. For 1, 2, 3, 4, inhale, and exhale through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time, deep inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You may open your eyes. And before we start the class, because for some of us it is early, it's in the we're right now it's in the morning. We're practicing in the morning. I would like to set up what kind of a day do you wish for yourself? So take just 30 seconds. What kind of a day do you wish? A peaceful, relaxing, balancing day? And just throughout the day, refer back to that, go back to that initial intention. So just let's take a moment, normal breathing, arms by the side, close your eyes, and focus. What kind of a day do you wish for yourself? And just say it to yourself mentally. And from here, let's place palms in front of the heart center, and let's set up the intention for the class today. I create peace for myself, and I listen to my body in order to make the right decision, to take the right decisions. I create peace for myself, and I listen to my body. You may open your eyes, lift your arms up, and look up. Relax your shoulders, keep your arms nice and long, looking up. And from here, very slowly start moving your body over to the left. Looking right in between both of your arms. Inhale, arms up, exhale over to the other side. Breathing in. With each breath, you try to lengthen. With each exhale to lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale one more time over to the other side, but this time try to deepen the stretch. So you're lengthening and lowering, but working with the body, with the limits of the body. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, last time over to this side. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, interlock your fingers behind your back. Opening the chest. Lifting the arms. And breathing. Where am I at this moment? Am I here? Am I present? Am I aware of this moment? Very slowly, without lifting one shoulder or the other, bring your arms over to one side. Keeping the shoulders aligned. Slowly return back to center and exhale over to the other side. Arms to center, and from here, moving from the head, forward and down, forward fold, arms overhead. And breathe. Work with the breath. With the breath, I'm trying to lengthen. With the exhale to lower. I'm trying to lengthen and lower. Lengthen and lower. Relax the head. You have the option to keep your legs slightly bent at the knees if this is creating too much tension. Inhale back to standing. The head is the last part of the body that goes completely straight. Relax your arms. From here, inhale, left arm up and look up. So one arm is moving down towards the yoga mat, the other arm is moving up towards the sky. So feel that stretch in the arms. You're lengthening, engaging, stretching. Inhale, lift both arms up, exhale over to the other side. So this time the right arm is pointing up. The fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, arms up, exhale, release. Let's relax the arms completely and bring the right ear towards your right shoulder. The right ear moves down towards the right shoulder without lifting. From here, bring the head forward, over to the left and back, and move in this direction. Slow movements so that we become aware, so that you personally become aware of any sensations, any feelings in any part, in the different parts of the neck. Once you reach your left or right shoulder, reverse direction. And remember the breath. breathing. And last round, and when you reach your right shoulder, head back up. From here, let's move the shoulders, lifting them up, and then back, and then down into the front. Each time you open the chest, you're breathing in, and each time you bring the shoulders forward, you're exhaling. Creating space so that more love and peace can spread in the body and go in the body, reverse direction. Moving with love and awareness. And relax your shoulders. Extend arms to the side, bend your arms at the elbows and warm up your elbows. Moving in one direction. And opposite direction. Taking care of each and every part. Extend the arms and warm up your wrists. And reverse direction. From here, spread your fingers widely. Stretch, 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 stretch. Close your eyes for a moment and try to connect with every single finger. Stretching, releasing through the tips of the fingers, tension, negativity, wherever your body doesn't need. And from here, open your eyes, close your hands. And keep moving at a bit faster pace, opening and closing, releasing the tension, moving with awareness. See if you may stay with the movement of your hands as fast as possible. Releasing, 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 and hands on the waist. From here, let's do some hip opener movements. On the next inhale, let's lift the left foot off the mat and start lifting and opening, moving the leg back. So I'm lifting, opening, and moving the leg back. Circular movements. Breathing in and breathing out. Reverse direction. If it is too hard to keep your balance, use the wall. And this pose still works for you and for your body, for your unique body. And relax the foot, place the foot on the mat. Inhale, opposite leg. Lift your foot and start moving in one direction. Opening the hips. And reverse direction. Are you still breathing? Give yourself your best. And from here, relax your foot. Bring the hips back, place your hands on the knees, and let's warm up the knees. Warming up the knees. And reverse direction. And from here back to standing, and let's warm up the ankles. One ankle first, moving clockwise, and after that counterclockwise. Check your upper body while you're moving your ankle. Check if your upper body is collapsing or it's actually opening and engaged as well. And exhale, release that foot and ankle. And let's try the other ankle in one direction and opposite direction. And release. And from here, we're ready to start the first sun salutation. On the next inhale, we're going to lift arms up with a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Tips of the fingers on the mat. You may bend the knees. Inhale into halfway lift, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back into plank pose. Strong body, your whole body is aligned. Your legs, your buttocks, your back. Now, while you're in plank, check if your wrists and shoulders are aligned. As well, check your fingers, if your knuckles are pressing down, so I really want to spread that weight evenly among all of my fingers, all of the fingers widely spread out. From here, relax the knees, relax the top of the feet, bring the hips back, and start lowering down, and slide into cobra pose, baby cobra. In baby cobra, you may lift your hands for a moment off the mat just to see how high you can go without using your hands. And from here, press the hands down. By pressing my hands down and towards myself, I'm creating traction. So down and towards myself, and I'm engaging with my upper back muscles a bit more. So pressing the hands down and towards myself. Option is to look down or right in front. Hands are right under the shoulders. From here, bringing the hips back, curl the toes, and downward dog. This is our first downward dog. You may bend the legs at the knees and just move the knees back and forth. The heels are moving down towards the yoga mat. I'm breathing. I'm connecting with my body. I'm creating peace, not tension for myself. By listening to the body. And from here, keep your legs still. Place the right foot between both hands. However, if this is too hard to step forward, place the knees on the mat first, going into table, and then foot in between both hands. Option is to keep the left knee closer to your heel or away from your heel. Inhale, arms up, sink into the pose, opening the chest. Shoulders relaxed, arms nice and long. You may look up, and that will allow you to go a bit deeper into the back bend, but be mindful. Be mindful of your lower back, your legs. And from here, hands on the mat. Option is to step back right into downward dog. If this is too hard, please go into table pose first, and then find your all the way into downward dog. I'm taking a good care of myself. I'm listening to my body. I'm creating peace for myself. Inhale, left leg back up, high up. Option is to go into table pose or simply step and place the foot in between both hands. Arms are lifted. You may sink. Open the chest and breathe. Opening the heart center. Opening your heart for yourself first and then for everybody around you. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back into downward dog. From here, walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, tips of the fingers on the mat. Inhale, arms up. With a back bend, and exhale, release. And let's try this sequence with some modifications. It's a bit faster pace, but mindful pace. Inhale, arms up with a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, step back or jump into plank pose. From here, option is to go into knees, top of the feet on the mat, and all the way to baby cobra, or lower down, and slide into upper dog. Upper dog. My knees are off the mat, the top of the feet are on the mat, shoulders away from the ears, chest is open, looking right up front. Option is to look up. From here, let's curl the toes, downward dog. Inhale, right leg back up, high up, right foot between both hands. For the next pose, crescent lunge, you have the option to keep your left knee on the mat and left foot off the mat. However, if you'd like to explore and go into another variation, crescent lunge, my knee is off the mat, I'm lifting my arms up, and it is up to you to decide how low you will go. The lower you go, your body will start reacting even more. So you know, by listening to the body, what kind of modification to do so that you feel that there is something happening but not to the point where I'm creating pain for myself. Exhale, hands on the mat. Step back into downward dog, or first go into table pose and then downward dog. Check your breathing. And on the next inhale, ready for the left side. Left leg high up. And left foot between both hands. Right knee off the mat. You always have the option to place it on the mat. Crescent lunge. Arms are lifted. Opening the heart. Lowering down. Engage that back leg. Imagine there is a hand on the back thigh. So you want to push that hand away from you. Exhale, hands on the mat. And let's go into table pose first. And we'll go into child's pose just to take a few moments to relax. Open the knees, separate your knees, sit on your heels and arms extended. Relax your forehead. Child's pose. Resting for a moment. Connecting with the body. Child's pose. Arms nice and long. I feel that stretch in my back. And on the next inhale, walk the hands towards yourself. And let's go into table pose. From table, going into downward dog. Walk the feet towards the hands. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale, hands tips to the fingers on the mat. Inhale, arms up. Back bend. And exhale, release. Let's step back with the right leg. Triangle pose. Both heels meet at 90 degrees. Legs nice and long, straight, arms at shoulder height. Chest is open. And from the hip, moving forward, hinging at the hip, moving forward and down. The right arm is lifted and you're looking up towards the sky. If you have a yoga block, you may use your yoga block. Place the yoga block on the mat, hand on top of the yoga block, and you look up. Otherwise, you may keep your hand on your shin, but it is just gently touching. You're not collapsing into that shin. Or you may simply keep the arm by the side, on the inside or the outside. Inhale into warrior two, and let's go into lower down and find your brave warrior. Sinking, lowering, opening. The chest, the shoulder blades are moving towards each other, arms are nice and long. As you exhale, back hand on top of the back thigh, lift the front arm up and look up. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale, place your left forearm on top of your thigh and lift the right arm up. You have the option to keep that arm lifted with fingers pointing up towards the ceiling, or you may bring the arm closer to your head. From here, option is to keep your arm where it is, or place it on your lower back, or on top of your left, close to your left hip and left thigh. In this case, you're opening your heart, you're opening your chest a bit more. Slowly release the pose, warrior two. From here, let's place the left hand on the outer side of the foot, place it on the mat or on top of the block, and keep the other arm either lifted or by the head, closer to your head, and you're looking up. So you have the option to place the hand on the mat, on the block. If it is too hard, you may simply repeat the previous pose, and that is still okay. Inhale into warrior two. And humble warrior. Interlock your fingers behind your back. Open the chest. And with the left shoulder, I'm moving towards the left knee. moving down. It's like a forward fold. Relax the head, arms overhead. Humble warrior. On the next inhale, find your way to standing again. And release your arms. Warrior one. Bringing the back foot in at about 45 degrees. That will allow me to bring my hips forward. I'm squaring my hips. They're both pointing to the front. And I'm lifting my arms. Yes, I'm fully aware what's happening in that right calf muscle. I'm fully aware, fully mindful. So if I need to slightly adjust my back leg, my back foot, go ahead and do so for your body, for yourself. And from here on the next inhale, we will go into crescent lunge. We're going to lift the back heel off the mat and adjust the pose so that only the tips of the toes are on the mat and my heel is right above my toes. From here, forward fold. Straighten the front leg, tips of the fingers on the mat. I'm bringing the hips back. Work with your upper body. So with the inhale, I'm lengthening. With the exhale, I'm lowering. So again, check your hips. Your hips are squared, pointing to the front. It's not one hip to one side and the other hip to the other side. They're both pointing to the front. And here, I'm working with my upper body. If it is too hard to keep that leg straight, at any point, bend the leg and start moving forward and down. Work with your body. If you need to use a yoga block, you may use on either side, use it one. On the next inhale, bend the leg at the knee, lift your arms up. Step to the front and release your arms. And we're going to repeat the same sequence, this time with the left leg. Step back with the left leg. Check your feet. Feet aligned. Align meeting at 90 degrees. Arms at shoulder height. Looking above the right arm this time. Opening the chest, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other. And from here, move forward, hinging at the hip, moving forward and down. And look up. This is a triangle pose. So your goal is not to reach the floor. You want to really keep your, if you look yourself at your back, you see a straight line. So your legs, your buttocks, your upper body, you're aligned. You're in balance. So you're opening, lengthening. One arm is moving up, the other one is moving down. So you're lengthening, stretching. Inhale, lift yourself up, and exhale, find your way to warrior two. Sinking, lowering, flowing, and breathing. Arms nice and long. Looking above the right arm this time. Exhale, hands on top of back. Then lift the front arm up, and the arm is moving towards your head. You're opening the chest. The other side, we're stretching the other side of the body now. Inhale into warrior two. Exhale, place your forearm on top of your thigh and lift the other arm up. If you like to lower just a tiny bit, go ahead and explore. Check your breathing. For that lifted arm, option is to place it on your lower back or on top of your right thigh, closer to your hip. Inhale one more time into warrior two, flowing. Find your brave warrior. And from here, option is to repeat the previous pose one more time or to place your right hand on the mat, on the outer side of the foot. And for the lifted arm, you have the option to keep the fingers pointing up, or the arm is closer to your head. You have the option to use a yoga block if you have one at home. And breathe. And from here, inhaling to warrior two. And fine, we're going into humble warrior, opening the chest and slowly moving forward and down, arms overhead. Inhaling to standing, release your arms. And let's bring the back foot in at about 45 degrees, getting ready for the next pose, warrior one. Squaring the hips. And now, before we go into warrior one, check your ankle and shin. We really want to keep them aligned if possible. So I want to lower just a tiny bit so I can still see my toes. From here, squaring the hips and lifting the arms up. Warrior one. And the lower you go, the more you'll start feeling it. But not to the point where you cannot tolerate. So we really want to be mindful. Our goal is to stretch, not to pull a muscle. And on the next inhale, let's lift the back heel off the mat. Crescent lunge. Adjusting the back foot. Exhale, forward fold. Tips of the fingers on the mat. Bring the hips back, straighten that front leg. If you wish, you may keep it slightly bent. And let's work with the body, the upper body as well. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to lower. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to lower. And yes, your muscles will start shaking, which is completely normal. You're not the only one. Everybody has something to deal with. This is how we learn. Inhale, bend that leg at the knee, lift your arms up, crescent lunge. And from here, step to the front, relax your arms. And let's go into the balancing sequence. We need balance all the time. Let's ground the feet. Tree pose is the first one. Starting with the left foot, toes on the mat, foot on your calf muscle, above your knee. And a fourth variation is to place it on top of your thigh. Connect with your heart and find some stillness and peace. You may deepen the breath by listening to the sound of your breath. You're bringing your attention to this present moment. By focusing on an object that's completely still, that may help you again create some balance and peace. And at some point, it will come naturally. We train ourselves, and at some point, we will find it without needing that extra object. And from here, let's find our happy tree. Open your branches. Extend the left hand side. Lift, lift, lift for 1-2 breaths. And exhale, release. If you need to move one leg, the other one foot, the other foot, just to move a bit, go ahead and do so. If you need a sip of water at any point, listen to your body. And now we're going to try the other side. This time, we're going to ground the left foot, and we will work with the right side. Right, the toes on the mat, the foot on your calf muscle, on your inner thigh, or on top of your thigh. Finding balance, finding stillness, and being able to apply that into real life. Connect with your beautiful heart. Connect with your true, magnificent, divine self. And focus. Find some peace right at this moment. fully present, be fully aware of this moment. On the next inhale, open your branches. Extend the leg. And exhale, release. And again, if you wish to move, go ahead and move. We will continue with the next pose, balancing pose, warrior 3. This time we will try to stay in this pose for about 5 breaths. You may use a chair for this pose, to grab the chair and to go into. So this is what warrior 3 looks like. And if you need a chair, you may grab one and hold your hands. On the next inhale, let's lift arms up. And from here, the upper body is moving forward, and the back leg, I'm lifting my back leg. Eventually, my arms will be parallel to the floor as well as that lifted leg. I'm lifting my right leg up now. And let's stay here for another 3 breaths. And exhale, release. Release your arms. If you need to move one more time, go ahead and do so. Do what is best for your body and get ready for the other side. Inhale, arms up. Relax your shoulders. How is your breath? And from here, let's kick this time the left leg back. And find your way to warrior 3. Connect with the hidden warrior within. Another 2 breaths here. And release the pose. Release your arms. Next pose, dancer pose. Okay, so for dancer pose, we'll open the chest, bend the right leg at the knee, and with the right hand, we'll reach for your foot. You may grab your foot from the outside, from the inside. If it is too hard to reach your foot and you have a yoga strap, you may use a yoga strap. And with the yoga strap, you'll be able to lift your leg a tiny bit. And from here, lift your left arm up. And we'll stay in this pose before we go into the full expression of dancer. Chest is open. You may also use a wall to help you a bit with the balance at any point. If there is a wall nearby, a chair. And if you find yourself pretty still and you'd like to explore the next variation of dancer, your upper body, you're moving from your hips forward and down, and you're lifting the back leg up. Deepening the breath. That's what me personally really helps me personally. And from here, release the pose. Nice stretch, balance. All of it in one pose. Challenging, balancing, stretching, aligning. Before we try the other side, let's just stay for a moment in mountain pose. Connect with the moment, connect with the feet, connect with the breath. What kind of a breath it is? I'm fully aware of my breath. Is it a slow breath? Is it a normal breath? Is it a deep, fast, shallow breath? Whatever it is, acknowledge without any judgment. That's it. Accept it. That's my breath at this moment. And I'm aware of it. I'm mindful. Open your eyes and let's try the other side now. This time lifting the left, bending the left leg at the knee. You have the option to use a yoga strap again if you have one. And lift this time the right arm up. Chest is open. I'm engaging my upper body. I'm not collapsing. I'm engaging, lifting, stretching, lengthening. And possibly smiling. And from here, let's go into dancer pose, another variation. Moving forward and lifting the back leg. Find your dancer. Focus. And release the pose. Release your arms. And our transition pose into seated will be downward dog. Inhale. Will be the sun salutation. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the back, on the mat, step back or jump into plank pose. Plank pose. From here, knees, top of the feet on the mat, and very slowly start lowering down and find your way into cobra pose. Today we'll focus on the back bends. We're going to work with the lower back. So the first pose is baby cobra. My hands are pressing down and towards myself. My elbows are closer to my body, and I'm trying to lift my chest. This time we're going into a deeper variation of cobra pose. I'm using my hands to lift myself a bit up. And again, listen to your body, especially your lower back. This is the part of the body that you're creating a bit more of a tension there. And from here, slowly lower down, lower down, lower down. And let's place forearms on the mat and place one ear on top of the hands and just pause here for a moment, relax. We need to rest from time to time. We can't move all the time. The body needs rest. This is when these healing powers are activated. And you're releasing all of the toxins accumulated in the body. Exercise is great, but the rest is also needed. On the next inhale, lift your hand, and this time we'll go into Sphinx pose. Forearms are on the mat, Sphinx pose, and you're lifting, opening, and looking right in front. Sphinx pose. And we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Mindful breathing. If you need to lower just a tiny bit down, go ahead. Work with yourself. Know your body. Try to recognize what the body is trying to tell you. And from here, forearms on the mat, opposite ear on top of your forearms. And relax for a moment. On the next inhale, lift yourself back up. And I'm going to offer one more variation. It is called seal pose. So in seal pose, the legs are separated. They're away from each other. So once we are here on the mat, completely relaxing, we will go into child's pose. So child's pose, but this time knees really close to each other. Hands under, place your hands under your shoulders and very slowly start moving back and find your way into child's pose. Because we did a lot of back bend, so the back needs a bit of a break. So let's place the arms by the side, relax your forehead, and find your way into child's pose, just resting, relaxing the lower back. And on the next inhale, find your way to sitting on your heels. So sit on your heels. Chest is open, shoulders relaxed. And on the next inhale, lift your arms up. And very slowly, as you exhale, twist over to the left and look above your left arm. Left shoulder. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, twist over to the other side, and this time look above your other shoulder. Inhale, arms up, and exhale, tips of the fingers on the mat. Let's try a new pose today, cow face pose. So cow face pose, this is what it looks like. I'm going to place my right hand on top of my left shoulder blade. With the inhale, I'm trying to lift my other arm and reach for the fingers. If you cannot reach them, just try them to move towards each other. So I really want them to move towards each other. And that will allow me to lift my elbow a bit more, and the elbow eventually points up towards the ceiling. I'm interlocking my fingers, chest is open, and looking right in front. And very slowly release this side, and we're going to experiment and play with the other side. This time my left hand is on top of my right shoulder, or if you can't reach that high, just keep it as high as you can. And with the other arm, you're moving back, trying to reach with the hand that the fingers of the other hand. If it is too hard, just relax both. As long as you feel that opening and stretch, this is where you would like to be. If you can reach your fingers, grab them, and that will allow you to open even more your chest. And very slowly release the side. And I'm going to show you one more pose here before we go into lying on the mat. So for the next pose, 3 variations. First variation is to grab your elbows. Second variation is hands in prayer position, but pointing down towards my lower back. The tips of the fingers are pointing down. A third variation, but please be aware what is happening in your wrists. For the next one, I'm going to slowly start twisting and moving them inward and then eventually lifting. So I will be in prayer position with fingers pointing up towards my head. And we're going to say, so choose one of these 3 variations. Wherever you are, be fully mindful what is happening in your arms, your wrists. And very slowly release, release, release. And if you need to move your wrist just a tiny bit, go ahead. From here, place your buttocks on the mat, feet on the ground, on the floor, arms by the side, and breath by breath, start moving back until you're eventually on the mat. And before we go into Shavasana, we'll try 2 more poses. So the first one is, on the next inhale, I'm going to lift my left foot off the mat and place the right knee, not right knee, but the right ankle on top of my left knee. So my right ankle is on top of my left knee, and I'm using my hands, the fingers are interlocked, I'm placing them on the back of my thigh and trying to bring that left leg really close towards my chest. My left knee is moving towards my chest, my right knee is moving away from me. So I'm opening. It's supine hip rotator pose, that's the name. Supine hip rotator pose. And slowly release both feet, place them on the mat. Take a moment here, and on the next inhale, the right knee is moving towards the chest, the left ankle is on top of the right knee, and you may place your hands on the back of the thigh, and using your hands, try to bring the right knee towards the chest, the left knee is moving away. I'm opening. And and stretching. Your right shin and calf muscle, foot, they're completely relaxed. If you wish to keep them engaged, then you may, of course, that's your choice. And very slowly release both feet on the mat, going into the last pose before Shavasana. Arms are extended at shoulder height. And on the next inhale, let's lift the hips, lift both glute muscles, and place the left glute muscle, the buttocks on the mat, and your legs will pull naturally over to the left side. So feet are grounded, lifting my hips, moving my buttocks over to the right, and both legs pulling naturally over to the left. My gaze is above the right arm. On the next inhale, place the feet on the mat, lift your hips, bring them over to the left, and your legs will pull naturally over to the right side. Gentle spinal twist, and this time look above your left arm. Looking above the left arm. Slowly release the pose. Feet are on the mat. Lift your hips. Place them on the mat. Extend your legs, arms by the side. And let's get ready for the final pose, Shavasana. In Shavasana, you allow your feet to drop in the opposite directions. Arms by the side, shoulder blades moving towards each other. The chest is open. And close your eyes. And I'll guide you I'll be in seated pose, easy pose, meditative pose. And while you're here, allow your body to relax completely. Allow your body to take care of yourself. And very slowly bring your attention to the tip of your toes. And just imagine, visualize a gentle wind that is blowing away all of the tension in that part of the body. And you feel the tips of your toes and your fat toes completely relaxed. Then slowly, that wind gently touches your feet and blows away all of the tension and negativity, and your feet are completely relaxed. And then the wind gently touches your ankles, shins, and calves. And all of the tension, the stress, the negativity, the toxins are gone, and you feel relaxed. Your shins, your ankles, your calf muscles are completely relaxed. And slowly bring your attention to your knees, thighs, and hips. The wind gently touches that part of your body, these parts of the body. And it blows away all of the tension, the toxins and negativity accumulated there. and you feel relaxed. And then the wind touches gently your belly, your lower back, your chest and upper back. In your belly, your lower back, your chest and upper back are completely relaxed. You bring your attention up towards your shoulders, both shoulders, both elbows, wrists and fingers touched by the loving energy of the wind are completely relaxed and all of the tension is gone. Your neck is also completely relaxed. Eventually, the wind touches your face, every single part of your face, your forehead, your eyes, your eyelids, your nose, mouth, tongue, chin, cheeks, and ears. And the entire face is completely relaxed. Your head is relaxed, and your whole body is completely relaxed. And you may repeat mentally, I relax my body. I relax my body. My body is relaxed. Now bring your attention to your heart. Focus on your heart. And be curious about your heart. Connecting with yourself. Connecting with what is offered within. Exploring, learning, being curious, and eventually discovering the truth. Slowly bring the attention to the breath. Bring the attention to the body. Move your head from one side to the other side. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, head from side to side. And from here, stretch your arms, extend your arms. Keeping the eyes closed, knees towards the chest. Give yourself a hug and rock from side to side, left to right and right to left. Roll over to your favorite side. Place one arm under the head and just stay there for a moment. On the next inhale, press the hand that is free. Press the hand down on the mat. And that will allow you to lift yourself up and find your way into comfortable seated pose. If it is too hard to keep your legs crossed, you may always keep them extended. Palms in front of the heart center in prayer position. Connect with your heart and speaking from the heart. Bring the thumbs between your eyebrows and repeat mentally, let my thoughts be kind. And send a kind thought to everyone who practiced with you yoga this morning or afternoon, wherever you are. Thumbs closer to your lips and repeat mentally, let my words be kind. And send a few kind words to someone who you love and respect, truly. Comes closer to your heart and repeat mentally, let my actions be kind. And just something kind for yourself when you have a chance, when you have an opportunity. May all beings be happy, be in peace, and be free from fear and negativity. The divine in me bows to the divine in each one of you. Namaste. If you wish, you may open your eyes. And for the mindfulness practice today, we're going to focus. I will offer two options today. So first option is to think of a problem, something that happened recently, and something that bothers you and that creates that discomfort, and you're looking for a peaceful decision. So you remember the story that I told you, how all of these two ideas came to my mind? So without forcing your mind, just being completely aware of what is happening there. Yes, that is the story, I'm aware of it. And just allowing yourself to relax. And all of a sudden, another opportunity, another option may come to you. Another solution may come to you. So this is one thing. And also check how you feel. So let's say there is a problem and all of a sudden an idea comes to your mind. How do you feel? How does that idea makes you feel? That solution to that problem makes you feel? If you still feel nervous, disappointed, if there is some kind of feeling that is not natural to you, then give yourself some rest and break, and another idea may come to your mind. And again, check with your body. How do you feel? Are you in peace with yourself? Because that's what we're looking for, peace and happiness for ourselves and then for others. And if it happens that you find that solution, then probably that's what you need to try. However, if there's nothing that comes to your mind right now, I'm going to invite you to do the breathing that we did at the beginning. So inhale 4 breath, inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. And just stay with the breathing and see how that affects your current state. How does that make you feel? Are you in peace with yourself? Is it bothering you? Is it creating some kind of feelings and sensations that you don't feel comfortable with? So just be aware, okay? So choose one of the two, and for about 2 minutes we'll be completely in silence. Just remember to open the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the hands, tuck the chin in, close your eyes. very slowly. Focus on your breath. Bring your attention to your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, move your head from side to side. Before you open your eyes, place your hands palms, rub your palms. And eventually, place your hands palms on top of your eyelids and just rest there for a moment. And from here, you may open your eyes and get ready for a new beginning, more peaceful, happier, and joyful. Thank you all for joining me. Namaste. Thank you for taking care of yourself and for practicing. Wherever you do it for yourself, but I'm glad that I can practice with you.